Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my hope that this video will find you safe and in good health. Today, I want us to look at why Kenyans should be ready for William Samoei Ruto's presidency for another 20 years. So his presidency, if all goes to the plan, will end in 2042. 2042. I've always opined in this channel that if you've been following what I've been saying one thing, that the presidency is a matter of life and death as far as William Samoei Ruto is concerned. Why am I saying this? So if you're here for the first time, welcome to Righteous Comment TV and subscribe to our channel and like this video. Comment wherever you are. UDA is planning to scrap the presidential term limit of 2 terms. And in it, they are planning to have a president retiring at the age 75. So that is why I'm saying that they are preparing William Samoei Ruto to retire in 2042. And none other than Fafi MP, who has been talking about the bill that will soon be taken to Parliament, and they are going to change the constitution. Though it is not easy because they require 2/3 majority. I think with what we have seen, a greedy number of parliaments and in the Senate, ni jambo ambalo linawezekana. And Ruto will seek to rule for 4 terms. And Yakub, who is the Fafi MP, came out very clearly, and I think two times, one in Garissa, and another time when he was talking again. And what we have is that I think, and it is hoped that this has the blessing of none other than William Samoei Ruto. And they are preparing a constitutional amendment that will be soon taken to Parliament. So that is why I'm saying that tafuta juu karaga sasa, kwa sababu you need to choose something, kwa sababu we are in for a big hole. And one thing that William Samoei Ruto has managed to do is to bring the support of the Gema Nation. You know, the Gema Nation, the people, wanasiasa wa Mlima Kenya ni mafisadi kabisa, ni watu ambao wanatamaa ya fisi, ni watu ambao wanaweza kuuza hata mama zao ili mradi tu wabaki katika uongozi. And William Samoei Ruto understand the Gema Nation, understand the Kikuyu leaders very well. And that is why he is using the church, that is why he is giving them positions. Kwa sababu ukiangalia utaona kwamba wanapewa nyadhifa za juu sana, from the treasury all the way to the interior CS, na kwegi sana wamepewa ili kuhakikisha kwamba they support this idea. So I want us to look at the implication, the political implication of this, because in my view, it has a lot of political implication. The first implication is that we have seen the president who is so greedy for power. It is coming out very, very clearly that he has been fighting to remain in power. And the reason why he wants to remain in power for 20 years is because he wants to entrench the Kalenjin nation. What we have at the moment is Kalenjinization of the nation. They are being put at every sector of the economy, from the tendering system and everywhere. And by the time he is going to leave the presidency, this country, the Kalenjin language is likely to be a national language. And this is our president for you. So the greed of power is coming out very, very clearly. And when Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta talked about unbridled ambition, this is what he meant. And also, I think the late Moi understood William Samoei Ruto very well. I think Kenyans are yet to understand William Samoei Ruto ambition and greed for power. The other thing is that we know very well that William Samoei Ruto was anti-current constitution. When people are fighting for this constitution, he was against this constitution. And he's not known to fight for anything. And if you ask Miguna is the one who put it so well that William Samoei Ruto is not known to fight for anything. No just cause. Unlike Raila Amolo Odinga, who fought for this constitution, unlike many other people who were in the forefront in liberating this country for the second liberation, William Samoei Ruto is a man who was against change. And now what you want to do, you want us to take us back to the old Kano days. And everything is very clearly. Ukiangalia utaona kwamba he is doing away with everything that Uhuru has done. starting from the project, anything is reversing most of the policies of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, so that he can take the country back to the dark days of KANU rule. Generally, William Samoei Ruto is a true KANU diehard. Since 1992 damu yake imekuwa ya KANU na hajabadilika. Huo ni ukweli na unajitokeza dhahiri shahiri, because this one only confirms one thing, that the more things change, the more they remain the same. So he has not changed in any way. People rarely change. The other thing that is coming out clearly is that we can now see the reincarnation of Moi himself. In fact, what we are likely to see, tunaweza kupata mtu ambaye utawala wake unaweza kuwa mbaya zaidi kuliko wa Arap Moi, and everything is coming out very clearly, kwa sababu from the removal of subsidies to the appointment of the Supreme Court judges whom he don't even bother to see why they were rejected by Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, to so many things, we can see now Moi in the making. And Moi's power was ruthless. Moi words was raw. Na even in mentioning the name Moi ilikuwa ni hatari kubwa sana, na ungejipata katika matatizo makubwa sana. This is where we are headed to. Again, we can see the race to accumulate wealth. What we have in Kenya is a government that is trying using all means to accumulate as much wealth as possible, because what we know in politics is just about interest, and the interest is money. And kile ambacho tunapata ni kwamba hao watu watajiribikizia mali sana, watajiribikizia mali, hao watu watajiribikizia mali, watachukua mali itaporwa, na that is what we are having. Because why would a UDA even think of changing the constitution? Why would they think even of removing the two-term limits that we fought for very hard, and now they want us to subvert the constitution? So what is coming out on another dimension is that we are seeing a dictator himself. No, Ruto is not a Democrat. At all is not a Democrat. Ruto himself, when you look at him very clearly, you see somebody who is a dictator. And by the time he is going to leave power, this man will be feared by many people. And in fact, I even understand that most of these UDA guys, the MPs, the senators, the governors, they fear him so much. Nobody can ask him a question. Nobody can go against his wish. Now, even if ambavyo inajitokeza. So the constitution, if Azimio does not defend this constitution, it is going to be mutilated. By the time he leaves power, he's going to have a Ruto constitution. The other thing is that if they succeed, this would be a constitutional coup. For sure, because the people of Kenya fought for this constitution by blood. Damu ikamwagika, watu wengine wakafa, na sasa what they are trying to do is to reverse the gains that we had made in this journey. The journey was very difficult. For those of you who are there, the journey to this current situation was very, very difficult. A time was there when you could not even mention the name of the president. People are just talking about Mtukufu Moi. There was a time that even chicken, kuku walikuwa wanakujiwa kwenu na askari. And by the way, I also heard that William Samoei Ruto is also planning to use the police service to collect tax. So that's why I'm telling you, we be prepared for a benevolent dictator for the next 20 years. The other thing is that what we can be able now to say is that we are planning the seed of anarchy. This is a seed of anarchy. If it goes through, people are going to resist. And if it goes through, it is going to breed a lot of disquiet in this country. Because the better it is, the area it is themed, the better. The other thing is that this thing reveals, is a revelation of the true character of William Samoei Ruto. This is now William Samoei Ruto that you are seeing. Somebody who is anti-change, somebody who is anti-reform, somebody whose word is raw, somebody who does not ask, who does not want to respect the will of the people. And that is why I have always opined that William Samoei Ruto could not have won this power, could not have won the presidency. What we had is that Chebukati subverted the will of the people, and we cannot blink the eye when saying this. And one day, historian will prove that Raila Amolo Odinga was denied the victory in 2022. So as I said in the beginning, if you are not subscribed to this channel, this is Government TV, that was Man Back Africa. Kindly have a blessed day. Bye bye.